Rick, what were you going through personally when you lost your arm? I mean, did you ever doubt for a minute that you wouldn't be able to play drums again?
Yeah,
You
I did.
did.
It was horrible. I did. I just wanted to disappear. But then I found that the power of the human spirit and the guys and my family and everybody was just behind me. It was really special.
Is it true your drum kit weighs a tremendous amount of weight because you had to go and then reinvent the way you play drums, right?
The one I've got now does, yeah.
Why does the drum kit have to weigh so much more than a regular drum kit?
I keep falling into it.
Yeah, it does. It's just that I like it set up exactly the same every night. So what they do is they bolt it down to this sort of steel plate,
Right.
so that everything just travels as it's set up. So every night they just take the lid off the thing, and sometimes they leave me in there.
But it's a remarkable story of human spirit that, at first you say, I'm never going to play the drums again. Fuck it, I'm never going to go near a drum kit after the accident. And then at some point do you say, I'm going to go try?
You're absolutely. I stopped comparing myself to how I used to play, and I stopped comparing myself to others. And I went, what I do is really unique. Go with that.
Right.
And it really it was such a weight lifted.
And at what point after the accident do you go and sit down at a drum kit and try to play the drums?
They said I'd be in hospital for a good 6 months or whatever. I got out within a month, and then somebody drove me straight to this place. This guy Pete Hartley. He was building these pedals for me, so I went straight to his store. Sat down for about 3 or 4 minutes, played the thing. I was exhausted because obviously I'd been laid up in bed, and that was it. It was like that spark.
You left the hospital after a month, and you were supposed to be there for 6 months.
Yeah,
He went AWOL.
yeah.
That is crazy.
They said my recovery was just really quick, and for whatever reason, I just everything worked out. And like I say, I headed straight for the drum kit, sat on the drum kit, went, this is going to work, and then went home and sort of slept for a week.
Was it a faulty seatbelt that caused that? Because you got thrown from the car.
Yeah, the seatbelt came undone as I rolled the car. I mean, you're not supposed to roll cars, but
Right.
the seatbelt came undone, and it was the seatbelt that actually took my arm. And the sunroof was open, so I left through the sunroof, which in many ways could have been a blessing. I really don't know.
Yeah.
But I ended up in a field, and this district nurse, she
found you.
she was in the car behind me.
How lucky for you, because you could have bled out and died, right?
That's, one of those angels on earth kind of stories you hear.
Yeah, if you're going to be in a car accident, have a nurse
You
behind
couldn't
you.
make it up, could you? You just couldn't
No,
make
it's
it
great.
up.
I heard the nurse ended up marrying the doctor who operated on you. Or something?
It was actually Roger and Eileen Pierce. Roger was a cop. He was off duty, and Eileen was the nurse. And
You should have been the priest.
I know.
You should have married them at
I know,
least.
I know,
Yeah.
but it ended up being this wonderful love story.
That is
got
crazy.
together.
If
I
you
know.
wrote that in a movie, no one would believe it.
No.
And you said something that really is going to, I think, stay with me. You said, yeah, you know what? I can't compare myself to whatever I used to do. I got to reinvent myself. That's
Yeah,
what I
I mean,
have to
I
do.
still have moments of that, like, wow, can you imagine what I could do if I had, what I used to have? But then I go, you know what? You're fine.
Right.
Everything's going fine.
Yeah,
The weird thing is he's been one-armed longer than he was two-armed.
I know. But do you ever have that shadow experience where you feel your arm?
Yeah, I can feel the whole thing.
Tell him
They
the
call it
story about the
phantom
nurse.
nerve. Oh, yeah.
This sounds
yeah.
good.
It kind of had a mind of its own. It would sort of end up everywhere, and it just so happened that it ended up going up somebody's skirt.
What do you mean? When they...
Yeah, there was like this presence when I first lost my arm.
Yeah.
it was like a physical presence.
She felt it. That's the thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait a second.
Yeah.
Wait, you're being serious?
Yeah, absolutely.
You're saying you're in the hospital.
Yeah.
You lost your arm, but yet you could feel like your arm was still there.
It was like the static electricity was in the form of my arm, but I couldn't really control it. You know what I mean?
And she said, I feel something going up my dress.
I said, can you feel? I said, I can't really control it. She said, with a really interesting smile on her face. She said, yes.
Wow. I don't know what to say about that.
I know. Me neither. I wish I still had it. It's like a sneaky,
Yeah.
Yeah, make sure your wallet's zipped up.